This is the matchup that we've been waiting for. Two red-hot teams are about to collide. The winner gets a date with destiny, a chance to finish top and get a bye to the championship game, and the loser probably relegated to the first round of the playoffs. Welcome inside the ice arena on beautiful Ghana land. For ice hockey coverage here on the Ice Arena and NITV, I'm Eric Ballner. I'm joined by the captain of the Jokers, the team that both of these two teams are chasing down. Jordan Geyer, that's you. Tash Farrier, premier women's player and a player who just played in the A-grade game before. She'll be up and joining us in just a moment. But Jordan, this is a mouth-watering game for the casual fan, but for you as the Jokers, you're about to find out who's the biggest contender to take you down at the top.
Yeah, we're watching this one pretty closely to make sure we kind of know who we're going to be facing off in the finals, whether we're playing in the semi-final coming into it, or whether we'll be able to take first spot through to the grand final straight away.
There's three teams contending for that top spot, and the winner does get a bye to the best of three championship series. Second and third place play each other. How valuable is a bye and not having to go through the first round?
It definitely takes a lot of the stress off of a team when you know you're going straight through. You can go through without having to face off and potentially lose out on that one.
Well, here's a look at the standings right now and how things are shaping up at top of the ladder. There are your Jokers with 39 points. The Tigers at 34. They have a game in hand. That is this game, and the Tigers and Jokers are set to play each other in a couple weeks. Tigers just beat the Jokers. So if the Tigers win this game, they beat the Jokers, they're going to 40 points, and there's nothing that you guys can do about it except maybe beat them. It's the same for the Red Wings. The Red Wings have two games in hand on the Jokers, and they play them twice. So there is room for both the Red Wings and the Tigers to get that oh-so-valuable first-place spot, which makes this second-third battle just so mouth-watering, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's definitely going to prove who wants it more out of this game, to see who wants that top spot, and it will be interesting to watch.
Tigers and Red Wings are almost dead even on the season. The difference in the 3 points is the one extra win from the one extra game the Tigers have played. Here's a look at some of the highlights of how the Tigers and the Red Wings have done this season. We'll go way back to just this second game of the year, and this one is an important one because of the result. It was actually a wild game. Tigers led 1-0. Red Wings tied it up at 1. Tigers led 2-1. You see the goal there that made it 2-2. But again, the Tigers on Joey McDougall walking Chris Campbell. He made it 3-2. And then late in the game, once again, it was Villani that popped one home, tied it at 3. And somehow they couldn't score on 3-on-3 overtime. And on a lifeline for the Jokers, nobody takes the full 3 points. It ends up being a 1-1 tie. By the way, during these highlights, Tash Farrier has just joined us, a scamper up here after finishing a game. Tash, thanks for joining us. We're just looking at some Tigers-Red Wings highlights here. This was the second game. I think everyone remembers this one. The Red Wings stomped on the Tigers very early on in this game. They scored 3 first-period goals. Really costly turnovers, really sloppy work from the Tigers. Odd man rushes back and forth. Villani was excellent. I think he stopped like 28 shots in this game. He shut out the Red Wings. Poor play off the face-off. The Red Wings rocked to a 3-0 game, but the last time they played, in the midst of this Tigers 8-game win streak, Joey McDougall came to play. He had a hat trick. He helped set up goals. Ryan Full was throwing things in front of the net. And the Tigers, in this one, in the highlights, you'll see they won 4-1. Tigers, the informed team, they've won 8 games in a row.
Yeah, Tigers are on a roll there, and it probably has something to do with their new uniform, I think, because they're looking pretty swift out there. I'm really excited to watch this game. I think it's a really competitive part of the season, and it's going to be interesting to see who steps up today.
This is the game that will determine who will have a date with Destiny, Destiny being the Jokers, the reigning premiers. So it's all lining up for us. It's going to come down to the goaltenders, and we've got 2 very good ones in Villani and Glenn Forbes-White.
Yeah, definitely. Curtis has absolutely stood up in this the last half of the season, and as a result of that, he's taken himself to the top of the leadership on goalie stats.
Yeah, that's true. Goals against average and save percentage. Glenn Forbes-White, he's been good, but the Tigers in front of him have played really, really well. Only 19 shots per game they allow. Anytime you're not allowing a lot of traffic in front, that's only going to help your cause.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm really excited to see how Glenn goes today. You saw in those highlights before, as soon as the Red Wings start making the goalies move laterally, when the spots open up and they start capitalizing on that space. So might be a game of the goalies tonight, so it's going to be a good one.
There's a look at Chris Campbell, one of the young rookie players there now. 3 key outs for the Red Wings, which means they're going to have to rely on some more players. We got a player to watch on both the Red Wings and the Tigers. We'll start with the Tigers. You're about to see in your picture Jan Kubik. He's started to score. That's a dangerous thing. You call him the Apple King.
Yeah, definitely. He has gone through this season with, you see it there, 23 assists, and up until about 2 games ago, he had 0 goals to his name. He was just all about the helping out his team on that one.
He's a former Czech League player. He's played professional hockey. He's played as an import with the Sydney Bears. He's as dangerous as they come. Meanwhile, the Red Wings are shorthanded. They have 3 key outs, and Tyler Leeming, Nick Powell, and also Mitch Villani. That means Steve Best has to take it upon himself, shoulder more of the load, and he's a guy that can do it.
Yeah, I think they're very strategic with the way they roll their lines, especially when they have guys missing. We've heard from Steve Best before. They like to shuffle the lines around and try and make the most of the depth that they have. I know Tigers for sure have a lot of depth, so Red Wings have a really hard task ahead of them.
Something to watch for tonight. The Red Wings only going to be able to roll 2 lines. The Tigers will have a full 3. Does that weigh on you as the game goes on if you're on the Red Wings side?
100%. I mean, these guys are fit. You'll notice a lot of the guys doing a fair bit of work away from the ice, especially the ones that play in the Adrenaline League. But it really does come into play in the third period. You'll see the high impact play that Red Wings like to stick with, and to be able to roll that for 3 lines is tough, especially against a really strong outfit like the Tigers, who have those 3 strong lines to roll. So we'll see how that plays out in the third.
As far as games go, this is as big as they get in the regular season, and we're just only 4 or 5 games away from the playoffs. Lots of positioning on the line, so victory is crucial for both of them. Keys to the victories for the Red Wings.
Yeah, as you can see there, definitely shut down Jan. He will make as many options as he can to get his team the win, and by doing that, they also have to keep the back door closed, because the Tigers aren't afraid to send that second guy in and bury the empty net. Sorry.
Meanwhile, for the Tigers, they have 2 probably important ones here. Secondary scoring. They have 3 guys that score a lot of their goals. Surely they need to find somebody else to put the puck in the net.
Yeah, you always got to watch out for that trailer coming in high. You've got guys that can drive the puck wide, and then you have your driver to the net. There's always that trailer that comes in late. That's a really key thing, especially if you're getting shots off. The kind of puts the goalie off, because it could be the shot, it could be the back door, it could be the high guy. So really basic play, but you'll probably see a lot of that from the Tigers. They're quite strategic with their offensive plays.
And you're looking for that pressure as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The Tigers like to put on 2 guys up forward and always on the puck to make those turnovers as frequent as possible.
It's a battle to see who will be the top contender to take out top spot. It's ice hockey on NITV. The Red Wings in, you guessed it, red. The Tigers in their nifty white jerseys. They've jumped on teams early during their 8-game win streak. Let's see how they come out firing. They roll out their top line with Foal, Kubik, and Brandon Taylor. Taylor, one of those guys that had a secondary goal versus the Jokers on the weekend, coming off a 6-4 win over the team at the top of the table. But here's Steve Best. He's going to be relied on heavily today. He cuts towards the front of the net. Max Rivers can't quite hold on it. And here comes Jan Kubik skating with purpose down the rink, and he gets just pushed aside. So Ryan Foal will shuffle this behind the goal.
You can already see early on the Tigers are dumping it in deep, so it looks like they're relying on their guys with speed. But there's a long pass there.
And a shot on goal from Steve Best. That's steered aside from Glenn Forbes-White, getting in the game early. Glenn Foal, 59 years old, former Team Australia captain, the longest serving captain. But this one's going to get called all the way back into the attacking zone.
Speaks a lot to his career, doesn't it, being at that age and coming in and playing full contact Premier League. So it's really, really good to see.
I think his first season in Australia was in New South Wales in the early 80s. That kind of speaks volumes about how many games he's played.
Yeah, he's definitely got a lot of experience under his belt. Very key player to have.
Draw back at the center line, and Dave Gall going to charge up the ice, but Ben Gebert takes the puck away and safely clears this towards Glenn Foal. There's some experience on that defensive end with Ben Gebert joining Glenn Foal as a defense partner. Andrew Stapleton pushes this forward up to Joey McDougall. McDougall to Tyler Boyle, and Boyle just has to swivel backwards. He'll cycle this back down low to McDougall. He's looking for the captain, Andrew Stapleton, 41 years young. Drops it back off to 59-year-old Glenn Foal. to Joey McDougall, 32 years old. There's 132 years of experience right there in those 2 passes. Rebound in front, Tyler Boyle. He's just a young buck. Tries to jab away, and there's a nice save from Curtis Villani.
Nice work by Curtis, keeping his eye on that one. There's a lot of traffic in front of the net, but he kept his cool and watched where it was going every second and made the save.
Be interesting to see if the Red Wings keep using that stretch pass. I've already seen the stretch pass come from their defensive zone up high. They've got that floater up there, so that might be one of their key moves for tonight.
Draw one, quick shot on goal, and Villani knocks that one aside. Goes back to the point. Zach Boyle winds, fires, shoots, looking for a tip in front of the net. Jai Sarcic couldn't quite get a stick on it. Here's Morris O'Hanley. He's playing forward in this game. He's getting moved up from defense, playing with Jai Sarcic. That's a lot of size on this line with Sarcic, O'Hanley, and Ollie Martin getting the call up from A-grade. Martin, the leading goal scorer in A-grade. He's got a couple in Premier League this season. Jabbing away at it is Morris O'Hanley. O'Hanley has a shot on net, and Villani somehow has a pad down on it. He looked down and out for the count. We'll get a stoppage in play, but Morris O'Hanley charging the net early on.
There's lots of offensive play around the net there. That was really good by Curtis to stay firm on that. You can see his legs just start there. Second, third save, and obviously good defense from the Red Wings, pushing those guys right out of there.
This big Ryan Rintala you saw on screen driving them out of the way. Draw one by Dave Gow. Gow pushes his way up. Working on the back, and he's going to get hauled down, and I think we are going to have our first Agile Group power play of the game, and it's going to come in favor of the Red Wings.
Definitely going to have to make the most of this, having a power play against a strong outfit in the Tigers. It'll be interesting to see how they set this up, and a really good opportunity for Red Wings to get one in and get ahead here.
It will be the Apple King, I think, in Jan Kubek going to the box.
I think Red Wings here will utilise Jeff Pellerin in front of the net. You see him going straight there and be a body in front.
He burned the Jokers the last time they played by scoring 2 goals in front of the net.
Jeff is a very unseen hero out there. He's not the guy that makes the flashy plays, but he's the one that's in front of the net, grinding it out and getting the gritty goals.
Red Wings on the season operating at a 31% clip with the man advantage. That's the best in the competition. But they're struggling to get control right now. Ryan Rintala, he'll be playing both defense and forward. You'll see him in this game. He'll have to use the versatility of the American. Good size on him too. Stretch pass right side. Nick Powell plays the puck. He poked that one aside, and it goes back in behind the net as Rintala blows a tire. Gal can't quite clear the zone. Good pressure from Ryan Full. Gal, an American. Off to Ryan Rintala, another American. And they'll play this down, and there's an icing call on the power play with run time. Not an ideal scenario.
Really good play by the Tigers. You can see the simplicity in their forecheck. They're just utilising the space really nicely. They're clogging up the middle there. You see Ryan Foley's got great timing, and he's just squeezing the puck, and that just kind of forced an icing on their power play. So great play by the Tigers.
You can see about 15 seconds eat up. It is run time in this competition until the last minute. Zach Boyle fires a shot in. That just sails a bit wide. Greg McNair pinches in, places behind the goal. It's Adam Wise pushing it forward to Steve Best. Best gets hauled down from McDougall. There's no call. McDougall going the other direction. Joseph McDougall fires a shot blockered away from Curtis Villani. I don't think Steve Best was happy with that.
No, there's definitely something there. Whether he just stepped on the stick of the other guy or not. But it unfortunately turned into a turnover, and McDougall nearly put one away on the short-handed.
That will be the end of the Agile Group power play, though, for the Red Wings. McDougall having a dangerous season, 17 goals on the year. He's trying to become the second player in the competition to get to 20. Ryan Full was the first one. He scored his 20th goal last week, and he added another one versus the Jokers in a 6-4 win on Sunday.
Bit of a choppy start. Bit of puck over the net. There's lots of icing. So hopefully once they get settled in, the Red Wings can find a bit of flow. I definitely think Tigers are on one up at the moment.
Both teams know how important this game is. You don't go to first place with the game, but you get an opportunity to go to first place. You have to win this game. They have to win all their games to get there. Boyle, backhanded play, centering in the slot, and that gets steered aside all the way back for icing, and another little chop, chop, stop, stop in this hockey game.
Definitely looks like that kind of flow for the moment. You know what it was like when you have the choppy starts in the game, Jordan, but hopefully they find some flow shortly, because if it's chopping like this, it might even work in the Red Wings' favour, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. It's you kind of want to get a bit of smooth run at the start and get a goal early. It kind of sets the tone for the game.
Glenn Full tries to throw one in front of the net. It's blocked down by Steve Best. He'll skate away with Rivers, and he walks in over the line. Best fires a shot. That's kicked aside. It was a nice save from Glenn Forbes-White. He'll have to be good tonight. Best plays it back to young Chris Campbell. Plays it off the near boards. It's chipped back aside. Campbell drops it back. Newbound, left side. Stretch pass ahead. And here comes Tate. Fires one in on goal, and Glenn Forbes-White almost didn't have control of that, and he just gets on top of it.
I think Red Wings are going to need to find a little bit of second man coming in on that forecheck. You know, I think Glenn's going to see them all day. You're taking shots out from that far, he's going to see that. So if we can get a couple guys down there driving the net one high, hopefully a bit more offensive play can come from those.
Pellerin fires one wide. The voice of Jordan Geyer and Tash Ferry are on the call today. Both Jokers players, but Tash a former Red Wing.
Yeah, I played a little Red Wings hockey for club. I haven't played a lot of club hockey, definitely more with the Jokers, but been a while, that's for sure.
Puck goes all the way back. Zach Boyle, Team Australia defenseman, and he's electric offensively. Plays it forward to Jan Kubik. Kubik with command into the attacking zone. Stops, looks, tries to find something. A good job from Jeff Pellerin to close him up. But Kubik in the slot. Oh, that one whipped in dangerously. Just steered wide. McNair over skates it. Rintala looking for Jeff Pellerin. And Zach Boyle will be the first to get there for the Tigers. Centering play to Kubik. Shuffled forward to Full. Full slaps. Newbound deflects. But he gives it right back to Kubik, who steers it around the near boards. And Taylor tries to command this forward. But Steve Best takes it away. Cuts up the middle of the ice. Best to Tate. Tate playing forward today. Normally a defenseman, but kind of coming out of, I think, necessity with all the injuries to this team.
Sounds like they're, really utilising the diversity on their team. We said earlier that they would need to reshuffle those lines with some guys missing, so Tate up forward's not a bad go, so hopefully he can get some offensive plays happening.
The big one they're missing, Tyler Leeming.
Definitely, he's a massive loss to their team tonight.
Boyle has one go on net. Steve Best tumbles down, can't get command, so Joey McDougall backhanded shot. Oh, Villani, he got a blocker on it and just took it away. And it's tipped all the way back to the center line. Ben Gebert shoves Max Rivers out of the way, but Rivers gets there first. But Stapleton was back-checking, but he gave it away. Scores! Off a turnover, Steve Best puts the Red Wings up 1-0.
I was literally just going to say, it looks like Steve Best has lost an edge on his skate. He's come over a couple times, but there you go, that high man just floating in, nice timing, and a brilliant shot there from Steve Best.
Big play from Max Rivers here as well. Sees Steve wide open coming through the slot and a perfect shooting lane for him.
Off the turnover from Andrew Stapleton, and it's costly, and the Tigers find themselves down. They haven't been down too often during this 8-game winning streak, but here they are. Boyle leading pass ahead. Villani makes a nice save. He shut the door. The competition's leading man in goals against average and save percentage. Making his mark early, but there will be a face-off down in the other direction.
Another icing there. You can see the theme there. I think there's a lot of offensive pressure from the Tigers, and then when you're left without any low wingers coming down, one of the only options is often to dump it down and have a reset. So it probably works in the Tigers' favour, but Red Wings don't want to be doing that all night.
Ollie Martin battling away. He gets the puck taken away from Dave Gow. He's up in the attacking zone with Pellerin, who's just a little bit offside. But a good job from Dave Gow to wrestle it away from big Ollie Martin. So a 1-0 game. Steve Best with the first goal of the game. Tigers on an 8-game win streak. The Red Wings 8-2 in their last 10 with a loss to the Jokers and a loss to the Tigers in that stretch of games. Newbound throws one on net. Rebound popped free, and the Tigers will chip this out. Ollie Martin with speed, with space, with a shot. Didn't get all of it. It goes wide. McNair can't hold the line. Morris O'Hanley covering. O'Hanley almost has this puck taken away, and he finally gives it away to Steve Best. Best back behind the net. Rivers in front. A Tiger without their stick. Best draws a penalty. Loose puck in front. There was a man tied up, and the Red Wings, already with a 1-0 lead, are going to go back to the man advantage.
That's a really solid offense. I think the Red Wings are making the most of the opportunities that they get.
Yeah, I think the Tigers are kind of just not settling as much as they would like to here, and it's forcing them to take these not as easy moves and here a penalty.
Yeah, kind of an unnecessary one in the grand scheme of things. However, they're 0 for 1 on the Agile Group power play today, 31% on the season entering the game, and now they'll go back to work. Grinding down low, Red Wings get possession, back to Wise, down low. Powell fires one on net, and it gets tipped aside wide. Gal back to the point. Rintala to Wise. Wise back down low behind the goal, looking for a play in front. Glenn Forbes-White makes a great save on a Red Wing in front. Rintala long shot in, and Ben Gebert plays this off the backhand and down the ice. Glenn Forbes-White coming through with his biggest save of the game. And the Red Wings will try to reset. Here's Dave Gow once again. Gow, is Wallace with him. Pellerin fires a shot, and again, Glenn Forbes-White steers that one aside. Here's a look at that big save again.
Just before this as well, you see Pellerin putting in the work right there behind the net and in the slot as well. Just grinding it out, trying to get those nifty little goals.
Glenn Forbes-White getting the pad down. Can't let this game get away from you. Both teams have shown they're able to shut teams down when they get a lead. Multi-goal lead, dangerous. Newbound. Off the boards to Campbell. Right side. Tate off the backboard, and he goes for a tumble after releasing the puck. Newbound back to Tate. Tate around to Newbound. Back to the left point. Here's Max Rivers. Rivers winds, fires, shoots. Big rebound, kicked out to the corner. Kept in by Chris Campbell. He's tied up with Andrew Stapleton. Down low for Steve Best. Best, already with his 17th goal of the year today. Whips one in front of the net. Tate has to pinch in to gather. Back behind the goal. Best going up against Boyle. Boyle trying to carry this one out, and he chips it forward to McDougall. Stapleton on the backhand. Wisely just backhands this in so he can get the rest of his Tigers off for a change as Tyler Boyle goes for the forecheck. Best gives this away to Kubik, but Rivers returns the favor. A very measured game from the Red Wings so far. Boyle. Gebert. And here come the Tigers. It's the leading goal scorer in the competition, Ryan Fohl. On the backhand behind the net, sweeps it in front. Taylor was trying to get a stick on it, but Bill Newbound just pushed him out of the way. And again, opportunity squandered for the Tigers.
The Red Wings are using the middle of the ice really well. You can see two guys hanging up high. They're really stretching out, so they're hence having a bit of free space out there. But obviously, a good defensive play there and a good forecheck in there from Ryan.
Gebert off the point has a shot tipped into the corner, and Brandon Taylor chases after it. Jan Kubik battling in behind the goal. It's grabbed by Dave Gow. Gow, an elite point scorer in this competition for years. Icing waved off. Ben Gebert there first. Working against Gow. It's Wallace that comes away with it. Dangerous puck in the slot. Rintala keeps it in, and he chips it in behind the goal. Kubik. Smart play to the center of the ice for Ryan Fohl, but he's nudged out in the corner. And the Red Wings regain position, but they give it right away to Jan Kubik. Kubik slaps one in right off Rintala and right back to Ben Gebert. Kubik down low. He gets laid into by Pellerin, and it creates a turnover, and the Red Wings are off to the other way. Glenn Forbes-White has to bat this in the corner. A dangerous puck again in the slot, but nobody home.
I think the Red Wings are doing really well at stopping the momentum of the Tigers coming through the zone and trying to break in. If they can do that early, then they're not going to make it to the offensive zone and get those scoring opportunities.
Jan Kubik down on the ice. I don't know if he got a stick or a puck to the face. Either way, Jai Sarcic is on the board for taking a penalty for the Tigers, which means the Red Wings are going back to the Agile Group power play.
It's a very quick game at the moment, and it's really interesting to see how much ice time the top line on the Red Wings and whether they're actually going to be able to last the whole game. I mean, it's definitely quite even at the moment, but it's a very high intensity game, and you hope that they can last the 3 periods.
I think it's Rivers going to the box.
Rivers going to the box now. Yeah, they might have had the wrong penalty on there. Must have been a high stick. So the Tigers on their first Agile Group power play of the game. 24% on the season. McNair to Stapleton. Trying to find Joey McDougall. He's got Tyler Boyle down there. McDougall looking for Boyle. No Kubik and no Foal coming out on this power play unit. Tigers choosing to split up some of their weapons and spread them out between 2 power play units rather than load up. Boyle almost gave that away to Gal, but McDougall looking for the cross-ice pass. Dylan Wallace interfering with McDougall all the way. He plays it around to Zach Boyle, to the point for Gebert. Back for Boyle with space. Fires one off the iron. Zach Boyle, he's got 11 on the year. He almost had 12. McDougall back to Gebert. Gebert across to Boyle once again. Boyle with space. McDougall on the one-time, a rebound in the slot. Boyle couldn't get a stick on it. Gebert to McDougall, scores!
That's that back door they need to shut down.
Joey McDougall, goal number 18. It's a power play goal, and it's 1-1.
You definitely don't want to be leaving someone like Joey, left-hander on that side. Nice little one-timer. I actually thought Curtis stopped that, but it snuck through, so yeah, solid play from the Tigers.
It did sound like he stopped it. He got a piece of it.
He got a piece.
Fortunately, not enough on that in this case.
That's got to be such a hard one to stop. But the Tigers dial up the intensity and get a goal within the last minute. So just 30 seconds to go in the period, and here comes Ryan Foal looking for another. Puck back at the center. His father, Glenn Foal, throws it in behind the goal, and Ryan Rintala scoops it up for the Red Wings. Steve Best up the middle of the ice. Right wing to Tom Tate. Tate lobs one into the corner. No Red Wing can get on the rebound. Only 10 seconds to go in the period, but Best might have another shot here. Plays it in front. Oh, that was tipped just a bit wide. A great opportunity late, but 2 even teams in the standings and on paper are exactly that at the end of 1. So the Red Wings get a goal from Steve Best. The Tigers get a goal from Joey McDougall. It's 1-1 after 1. You're watching Ice Hockey on NITV. Eric Balnar, Jordan Geyer, Tash Ferry are calling all the action on NITV and the Ice Arena on beautiful Ghana land. It's 1-1, a crucial battle in the context of this season. Tigers Red Wings were underway in the second period. Steve Best scored in the middle of the first, the leading goal scorer for the Red Wings, and the leading point man for the Tigers, Joey McDougall, evened it up on the power play late, but the Red Wings going right back to work, and it's Steve Best, the catalyst again. Here's Tom Tate behind the net. McNair all over him, but Tate somehow evades him once, he evades him twice, and dumps the puck back off to the point. Ryan Fohl almost off to the races, but that's skied back down. But what were your thoughts on that first period?
I thought the intensity was really high. There was some really solid plays. I think Red Wings obviously made the most of their opportunities. They're using the middle of the ice well, but Tigers are definitely a strong outfit, and with those power plays as well, yeah, definitely on it.
Yeah, definitely. The same in that. Tigers are really trying to push that neutral zone entry, but Red Wings are just shutting them down early just so they can't get that early speed.
They needed the extra man to get the goal. They had that one opportunity, and that was the difference, but not a whole lot of 5-on-5 opportunities for the Tigers.
I think that's probably going to be the nature of the game if it keeps flowing this way, but Tigers definitely have a really strong power play, as we saw them moving the puck really well, with Joey McDougall getting that nice little backdoor play. So for the Red Wings' sake, you'd want to hope that it's going to be a 5-on-5 type of game.
Tigers on an 8-game win streak. 2 of those wins versus the Jokers, 1 of them versus the Red Wings. They're looking for win number 2. The season series between these two teams, 1 win, 1 loss, 1 tie. Wallace chucks one into the slot and was just hoping somebody could bank it home. Instead it goes the other direction. Dave Gow. Relatively quiet year on the points by his standards. He's got 24 in 14 games still. And we'll get a stoppage in play.
I think he's missing his right-hand man in Leeming. Generally, those two work really well together and put a lot of goals away.
Tyler Leeming, Nick Powell, and Mitch Villani. 3 huge outs, 3 forwards, a whole line really for this Red Wings that they are missing in an absolutely crucial contest to see if you can get up to first. But here's Zach Boyle, tried to dance his way through everybody. He was finally taken away and off the puck, but Zach Boyle back on the attack once again. The defenseman works down low, fires one down low, rebound kicked out, and his brother Tyler Boyle was on the doorstep, but he just got tied up in the last second. The Canadian McDougall, soon to be lawyer Joey McDougall. Off the boards, too hot to handle for Tyler Boyle. Best, back to Wise. Rintala throws this one forward. Steve Best trying to get there, and that's probably one thing to watch for the Red Wings. No team has allowed less goals per game on average than these Red Wings team. Very tight defensive unit from forward and defense.
Yeah, it's really good to watch, actually. I really would love to see the VO2 max of Steve Best. The amount of ice time that guy has, and he does not drop the intensity, so that's something I definitely want to know.
Yeah, it's a 60-minute game. They're running 2 lines, and Steve Best is on the top one. How many minutes do you think he's on the ice for as a prediction? 35?
I have no idea. I don't even know what the average is, but I know for sure that he's definitely going to be at least double average, surely.
Something to keep an eye on in the third period, and they'll probably be thankful for the ice cut. Chip forward. Dave Gow with some intensity into the attacking zone. Here's Wallace with speed into the slot. Puck pops free for Gow. He tried to corral one in front to Pellerin, but Ollie Martin there to break it up. Can't clear the zone. Down low is Pellerin again. That one sails wide. O'Handley playing on this third line with Sarchich and Martin. Be one of the bigger lines in the competition. Lots of size out there. Gebert tries to find Ollie Martin. That gets tipped in the attacking zone. Tigers will try to complete a change as the Red Wings chip this one forward. Greg McNair back, Tigers top unit on the ice. Benny Gebert returned to the Premier League after a couple-year average. Over a point-a-game player from defense. Kubik, good shot in on net. Looking for his 4th goal of the year. He's got 23 assists.
I don't understand how Kubik doesn't use his shot as often as he does. He loves the pass, but he has an absolute wicked shot that could be lethal. So
Kubik can't quite win that draw. Puck bounces off a body, stays in the Tigers attacking zone. Zach Boyle plays it behind the goal. Ryan Rentala wraps it around the boards, but it gives it away right to Kubik, and there's a whipping pass across the ice. It was too hot for the Tiger to handle. Kubik with the puck once again, exerting command, fires one through traffic. It's a good shot, and Villani had to be ready.
He was lucky with that. I think Villani saw that all day, but as you can see, the Tigers have just popped someone in front there, and often if they get in the line of sight of the goal, you can often get those top end shots in. So he saw that for sure.
There's that big body in Brandon Taylor you're talking about. Just couldn't get in front for that screen in time. Here we go again for the Red Wings. Steve Best up the center of the ice. Dropped off to Rivers, and a backhanded pass goes into the corner. McNair, Boyle. McNair, another experienced defenseman. He's got some time in the AIHL, almost a decade ago now with the Sydney Ice Dogs. Almost a whole line of AIHL talent out there for the Tigers right now. Boyle to McNair, tries to find Full. Rivers back in the zone. Both teams struggling to get a bit of a command outside of the neutral zone right now.
There'd be some tired bodies out there, a couple long icing shots that got called off, so they're definitely feeling the lactic acid in the legs.
Puck lobbed forward, all the way back in behind the goal. That will go for icing right on cue, Tash.
I think they'd be happy about that one, get some fresh legs out there, but unfortunately for the Tigers, they're going to be stuck out there.
Do you two notice in game times here, we play at either 7:45 or 9:30, the two game slots, even just in a difference in how your body is feeling on the late game like we have tonight?
I think it depends kind of how your day has been. If you've had the time to relax after work or whatever you do, the 9:30 game can sometimes be all right.
Yeah, it's more of a dinner thing, I think. Squishing in dinner after work and then having to play at 7:45.
Stapleton going the other direction. He tries to find Joey McDougall, whips one in on goal. That sailed high off the backboards. Andrew Stapleton good to get there first. Pellerin banks it off the boards. Chris Campbell, the rookie defenseman, trying to find a body forward. Kept in from Stapleton. No, it's not. It's Gow on a 2-on-1. Gow with Pellerin. He tries to go glove side, and Glenn Forbes read him like a book, and he snaps out the leather.
Could have been a good opportunity to make the goalie work and get those lateral passes. He took the shot, and Glenn swung that glove right around and straight in there.
He was thinking shot all the way.
Glenn's a big boy, and he's going to take any of those shots.
Best wins the draw. Rentala shot in behind the net. Body tumbling in front.
Call coming to the Tigers here. Benny Gabbett, I think.
Joey Rezick making the call. Interference. You're right, I think it is Gebert. And it was right on Max Rivers in front of the net. That's the third penalty the Tigers have taken. Red Wings yet to capitalize on the power play, though.
This will be a good opportunity for them. One that they probably want to take with a 1-1 draw at the moment. You don't get these all the times, but you do want to make the most of it. There's nothing worse than wasting a power play.
Steve Best, clean win versus Kubik. He's won that matchup a couple times in the face-off circle tonight. Rentala down low looking for Tate, but it bounces off his stick. Pellerin to Tate, back to the point. Rentala, he's got a shot if he wants it. He dishes it off to Wise, who whips it through traffic. Rebound, pop three. Tate gets a shot, rebound there, and swiped out of midair. Glenn Forbes White stops play.
Red Wings are really setting it up quite well early and making sure they've got that good shot before taking it and not risking it bouncing off the pads and out of there.
There was a look at the penalty, and Ben Gebert knew exactly what happened. So it's another Agile Group power play. They still got a $1:20 left in it, and finally Zach Boyle, for the first time, clears it for the Tigers. Wise finds Pellerin. Steve Best back behind the goal. Back to the point for Rintala. Wise, shot on net, big save again from Glenn Forbes-White. He saw it all the way, and Ryan Fohl gets possession of the puck, chips it forward, and with a blaze of speed, Ryan Fohl, the fastest I've ever seen him skate, gets in behind the net. Sorry, Fola. Here's Steve Best, and now Ryan Fohl lays into Steve Best. What a penalty killer the Tigers' leading goal scorer is on this shift. And he gets a break as the Red Wings go offside, but he hustled for the puck. He laid out a hit. Ryan Fohl getting it done.
That's some intensity. Look at this hit on the blue line here. He's obviously gone in real hard on the forecheck. He's come back and he's just laid him right out. So that's what you want to see on a penalty kill for sure.
Foley's not a big man for his hitting either, so it's unusual to see him step up and take Steve Best.
Big shift.
He would have loved that on Steve Best too.
He'll be watching that for weeks.
Intercepted by Zach Boyle. He's got space on the left side. Bill Newbound tied him up as the penalty expires and goes out of play. So the Red Wings now 0 for 3.
Here it is again, just for Foley.
Steve caught with his head down. And Ryan Fohl with a big penalty kill. So we've reached the halfway point. Goals from both teams' leading point getters, Steve Best for the Red Wings and Joey McDougall on the power play late in the first period. But here comes Dylan Wallace, cuts in front of the net, backhanded play. The puck was bouncing a little bit on him. He couldn't get it on net. Dave Gal gets one in, but it gets greeted by the pad of Glenn Forbes-White. Rebound for Gal. Newbound. Gal behind the net. Has the puck taken through McNair's legs. And finally, Boyle will lob this up and off the boards, out of play. Dangerous, almost over the boards. And finally in behind the net, and that's going to go for icing, then a bit of reprieve for the Tigers.
Going to work in their favor. That was a nice little move there. You'd love to see him finish that, but again, you can just see the skill behind that. It's nice to watch the young guy just come into the Premier League. Still got his face cage on by the looks of things. Oh no, different guy. But yeah, you want to see them finish those.
Puck sailed on him just at the last second. Ollie Martin takes the draw for the Tigers. He wins it cleanly. Jai Sarchich got a stick on it. Dave Gal, I think, broke his stick during play. Now he's playing a bit of soccer, trying to kick it, and somehow it ends up in the attacking corner. Ollie Martin with possession. Dave Gal without a stick. Gebert plays it behind the goals. Red Wings really need this one out, and Campbell can do it right here. And Campbell tries to carry it out. Instead, it gets intercepted, and Bill Newbound will gather. Dave Gal gets someone else's stick from the bench, and he was behind the defense for just a moment, but Ollie Martin going the other direction. Martin tries to drag around a man. Gebert intercepts, lobs it over to the right point. Sarchich gets a weak shot in on goal, but it's off the backboard. Quick shot in from Ollie Martin, and the puck's gonna skedaddle all the way to the center line. Push forward from Steve Best, and he's an all-alone goalie to beat Best. Big save from Glenn Forbes-White. Glenn Fohl has to play it, but Steve Best intercepts. Best creating before he gives it away to Ollie Martin.
Yeah, that just shows the explosive power of Steve Best. You cannot be relaxed around that guy. He takes his opportunities. Here he is again.
Best fires one on goal. Glenn Forbes-White having one of his better games so far. He's made a few pretty big saves after allowing the first one early on. Boyle from the point, but that man, Curtis Villani, has equaled him.
That's why Curtis has taken the top spot. He's seeing every shot. He's active on the rebound control.
There you see Glenn Fohl trying. There was a rebound there. You can't just play it to the goalie. It would have been a delay of game call in this competition. Tigers almost got caught on that. Ryan Fohl now in the corner. Gets shoved away from Adam Wise. Puck played around the board. Zach Boyle greets it. Plays it back down low. 1-1 game between two teams, even in the standings. Wallace on the backhand. Steers it over to Dave Gow. Jeff Pellerin. Adam Wise Shot blocked. Tigers looking for a clearing. They had Ryan Full going forward, but no one could get the puck on it. Finally, they get it to Full. Full shovels this right back to the Red Wings defense, and Adam Wise, who pushes this forward all the way down for icing. And again, chop, chop, stop, stop.
Yeah, I think Tigers will be grateful for that. They're huffing and puffing here. They obviously had a few hard shifts, but yeah, as you can see again, the Red Wings want to try and use the width of the ice and trying to get those kind of cherry-pick passes.
Joey McDougall centering in for a draw, and he wins it right off the bat. Stapleton gathers, fires one through traffic. Nobody in particular there home on the receiving end. So the Red Wings will clear it around the boards. Glenn Full holds the line. Dylan Wallace was trying to poke that one free. And Halloran, backhanded shot. Wallace, left side. Played back behind the goal, Glenn Full. He's got Jeff Pellerin working against him. Here's Joey McDougall. Gives this to one, it goes off Stapleton's face, and he can feel that one. He's got to shake that one off. McDougall, right side to Gebert. Back behind the goal, Tyler Boyle going in on the forecheck for the Tigers. Boyle scored that highlight reel between the legs goal last week with his team up 3-1. If you haven't seen the highlight of that one, make sure you check that one out. But I think we're getting another call here?
Yeah, Tyler Boyle on that one.
Yeah, they seem unhappy about it. I'm not sure whether they knew. This might be the replay here.
You can see Boyle in the corner. Number 60 on your screen. Is that the call there?
That's a pretty soft ball on that one.
Yeah, for a full contact league, not really in the back. Pretty, brushed past him almost.
That was in the A-grade game earlier today, where it's not a contact lead. Brad Rowe on the Jokers went to go hit Jared Chester, and he bounced right off of him, and Brad Rowe got the penalty because he was trying to lay the hit. It just backfired completely in more of the ways than one for the Jokers on that play.
Yeah, not ideal.
Another big collision. This time it's Chris Campbell going down, and it's Ryan Full, all of a sudden the main enforcer in the competition, throwing him down.
A little bit of fight in this at the moment in the corner.
Yeah, Jan Kubek versus Steve Best. Best has to readjust his visor after that exchange in the corner, and now the leading man's got the puck. Right side, Bill Newbound chips it in, walks around Tyler Boyle, and he's in behind the net with Tom Tate with him. Steve Best on the far side, back behind the goal for Tom Tate. It bounces off his stick, and Zach Boyle will play this forward. Ryan Full chips it in behind the net, and it's a good start in this first minute on the power penalty kill for the Tigers.
You can see the Tigers really putting in their offensive zone pressure, even if they're on a penalty kill. And I think that's one big killer for them, is they do that so well, and it's able to turn over the puck very easily.
Shot just tipped a little bit, and wow, a hard shot from Zach Boyle, but it didn't clear the zone. Max Rivers, backhanded pass down low for Steve Best, gives the return to Rivers, and it banked off his stick, but all the way to the point. Wide rebound in the slot. No one can get a stick on it. Rintala has an errant pass go back in the neutral zone, and there's only 20 seconds left in the fourth Agile Group power play of the game, where the Red Wings haven't scored with the man advantage yet. This is the team that leads the league in power play percentage, but here comes Andrew Stapleton. He's working one-on-one, burns by Stapleton. Oh, that goes a little bit wide, but that's going to chew up the last seconds of the power play with just over a minute to go in a scoreless second period. Lob forward. Wallace in a foot race against Ben Gebert. Gebert throws it up against the referee. And Joey McDougall puts it forward to Tyler Boyle. He's got 9 goals on the year. What a player transfer this has been, but Ollie Martin was a step offside.
Oh, that's a rough one. You never like to see that. You got a guy coming in with speed, and you kind of just teeter-tottering the blue line, and then the ref comes in and calls it. But I think the Tigers will be pretty happy with a bit of a reset here on the face-off.
54 seconds to go in the second period. The Tigers scored in the final minute of the first. They'll look to do it again. Gebert plays it to Jai Sarcic. Sarcic on the backhand. He gets hauled down Loose puck again. Morris O'Hanley trying to get a hold of it, and it's Steve Best that takes this away. It's away go the Red Wings, 3-on-2. Best in front of the net. Had a body there, and now Ollie Martin shoves him away, and it's Tigers going away, 3-on-2. Ollie Martin with speed throws one on net, and it gets deflected wide. Steve Best tried to collect it, but I think the snow on the ice held him up just that touch. They'll be happy for the ice clean coming up in just 15 seconds from now. Sarchich upended by Bill Newbound, and I think both teams might be content heading to the third period, all squared up at 1. Red Wings with a couple more power play opportunities in the second period, but nothing was doing in that one. And yeah, these teams pretty much even on the standings and dead even in this game too.
That was a very even period. I think both teams are making the most of their strength, and you can see that it's kind of working in the favor for both. But interesting to see what happens after this ice cut, a bit of a refresh, and see who comes out on top.
Definitely kind of how we saw this game going as well. Battle of two teams that really want that final spot without having to go into the semis.
And we're just waiting for David Muggleton, who's our sideline reporter today. He's going to grab a Tiger player in just a minute and have a quick chat down there. But yeah, who do you think this game favors going into the third period?
Honestly, it's anyone's game. They're both playing really well. They're both structuring really well and setting up. And
well, we're going to throw it down to Dave Muggleton, who's got Tyler Boyle with him right now. What do you got for us, Dave?
Thanks, Eric. Tyler, very intense game so far. The physicality seems way up.
Yeah, Zach, yeah?
Yeah, I thought so. Eric, you threw me under the bus there. I followed
That might have been me. That was my bad. Tell Zach I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, I'm botching the names
Tell
here.
Zach that.
Sorry, Tyler. High intensity
He
first
did it
half.
again.
Yeah, very high. This is a great game. We're competing for first place here. So it's going to be nothing but the battle to the last second.
Now, the Red Wings have one of the best power plays in the league. So far, you've kept them scoreless in that situation. Is that something you came in looking at?
Yeah, we got to stop getting penalties out here because they are probably the best power play they got. So we're just shutting it down. D are playing well. We just got to keep that up.
With this level of intensity that's going on, is keeping a tap on penalties a big part of what you guys are going to try and have to do?
Yeah, it's going to be a huge thing in this last period. We got to say 5-on-5 or even just draw some penalties. That's the only way we're going to see getting a goal.
No worries. Now, the power play defense was something that you guys did struggle earlier on. Is that something that you'd actively been working on?
Yeah, definitely. Any ice time we can get, we've been working on it for sure.
I think our time's up with the Zamboni. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Well, thanks, Dave. We'll be back after a short break. Interview on the other side. It's a 1-1 hockey game. We'll see ya after this. Second intermission show. It's a 1-1 hockey game, Tigers, Red Wings. And you're at the hockey game, the people you run into. You run into superstar Jake Riley just catching some hockey at the ice rink. Just came down on a Wednesday night to watch the competition or what?
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to come down to the rink. I always enjoy watching any kind of hockey, really. But yeah, it was a bit of a big game tonight. You know, it's in top two teams competing for second?
Competing for second now, but winner of this game has a shot at taking down the Jokers at the top. Who are you most scared of the two teams?
I'll say they're pretty even, but I don't reckon any of the Jokers are really scared at the moment. You know, we came to a realization, like, we got to change some little things, but yeah, not many of us are really worried about it.
I mean, it's been a pretty good year for the Jokers, just 3 losses on the year, a lot of different goal scorers on that team. It must be nice, even as one of those players, knowing that there's so many players on that team that could get the job done.
Yeah. I mean, that's a really big positive for us, but, you know, that's also kind of a negative as well. We're really heavy offensively, but in D zone we're not the best, and that's definitely something we got to work on. So that's our weak point down in the back. So can't do much about it at the moment.
So how are you feeling right now? I know last year you had the injury, you missed the season, you're back in it this side, too, and you walk into a championship team right away. It's just a bit of a how you doing, you know, one of the leading scorers of the league.
Yeah, well, the Jokers had like a really good environment, you know, walking into, even as a player that's played before, and for new players in the league this year, yeah, anyone can just really walk in, and we have a good environment. The championship last year, you know, the players are still really stoked about it. So, yeah, coming into this year, I mean, it was just slipping right in. It's pretty easy.
You're going to have some big games towards the end of the year. Like it or not, you're going to have to beat one of the Red Wings or Tigers to solidify that top spot. How crucial is it to have that bye into the championship?
I mean, whether or not it turns out for us and we just finish top, or we have to work through the finals, I mean, personally, I'm not too fast. I don't think that the rest of the team would be too fast. You know, we trust in ourselves. We play good hockey when we want to. But, yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone would really matter or would mind, sorry. And if we don't make top, we get some extra games, and who doesn't like playing?
Who on the Jokers this season has really been that nice surprise for you in the Premier League?
Surprise. I'd say Jake Hazel. I don't hear his name too often, but you know, you hear from some of the guys on our team. He's just so consistent. He's such a great stay-at-home D as well. And yeah, if you need to rely on someone late in the game, just Jake's a great guy for it. He's so consistent, plays really well at the same time.
So there's a few guys that are now crowding that top goal-scoring point leaders. You are right up there in the mix of them. Who's the person that you feel like you have a good friendly rival with in terms of like, yeah, I want to beat this guy on the point totals?
I mean, there's not too much of a rivalry between Nathaniel and myself, but you know, here and there would be like, oh yeah, I've got more points than you, and then it's no biggie. Like, we play on the same line at the moment, so it's kind of like if I get a point, he gets a point. But for the both of us, we're kind of looking at Ryan Fall, you know. We're like, Ryan's got, 2 goals in the last game. We got to, you know, maybe bump up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a close one at the top. Ryan Full with 21. You're on 19, I think, right now. 18, 19, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think 19. I'm not keeping track too much. I mean, at the start of the season, I was kind of, not gonna lie, I was kind of looking at the points, but yeah, about halfway through, I just over my head.
So what's the big thing to watch for from the Jokers the last part of the season?
I'll say keep an eye on like the changes we bring, because like Tigers and Red Wings, they're not the same team as they were at the start of the season. They've changed drastically, and I can't really say the same for us. And that's something like we really got to work on by the time finals come. So you got to look out for the big changes in our play style.
Well, Jake, thank you very much for a surprising interview here. You can follow a couple of his. You want to plug your Instagram accounts?
Yeah, so couple of the boys been going to Villies after a little morning skate, so I got my own jakeriley.villies on Instagram.
He's an influencer.
Yeah, trying to get up to 100 followers on there, and then a potential sponsorship with the bakery.
Well, thanks, Jake, for joining me today. We'll be back with the third period Tigers or Red Wings after this. Pivotal contest at the Ice Arena on beautiful Ghana land. It's the Tigers and the Red Wings. I'm Eric Ballnar, joined by Tash Ferrier and Jordan Geyer, dissecting all the action. Winner of this game will have a shot at first place. The loser likely will be relegated to that semi-final game. Absolute crucial contest for both of these teams, and both of them have the Jokers in a game coming up. The Jokers get to play the Red Wings next, and then the Tigers play the Jokers in just a couple weeks on Wednesday Night Hockey. But Tash, Jordan, we were talking in the break and before, it's just there's not much between these teams at all.
It's definitely a pretty tight contest, and with the ice cart, the game will probably go a little quicker now. It will be very interesting to see who comes out on top with this game.
Jan Kubik, 24 assists on the season, or 23 assists on the season. Not that it matters. Either way, it's a bunch
Penalty
for the
coming
Czech
to
player.
The Red Wings here.
That'll be the second power play opportunity for the Tigers. They made the most of their first one. They scored late. You heard Zach Boyle in the interview say that the Tigers need to start drawing some penalties, and it only takes a minute to do that.
Yeah, I think that the Red Wings will probably be looking out for the Joey McDougall on that far side. He was the guy that got the puck in on the last power play, so hopefully they can set up their structures and keep this one out.
And the Tigers are going heavy hitting right off the bat. They can sense the moment. McDougall, Kubik, Fohl, Gebert, and Boyle. There's no spreading it out there. Those would probably be your first 5 players you would pick in terms of running a power play. All guns a-blazing right now. Ryan Fohl, Ben Gebert, Zach Boyle calling for it on the other defense side, but it's played down low to Jan Kubik, the Apple King, as Jordan Geyer calls him. Kubik to Gebert to Boyle. Hard shot. That one had eyes, and it just goes a bit high and wide. Kubik fired a shot across, and it's Zach Boyle. He's had a big season, lots of points for him. He's got 23, couldn't make it his 24th.
Nice work by Curtis there on his side-to-side movement, reading where it's going, when it's going there, and able to make the block, make the saves.
Crucially, it's Ryan Rintala in the box for the Red Wings. He's one of their better penalty killers. Like we said, Tigers 1 for 1 today. Ryan Fohl, leading goal scorer at the point. Works to his right, stops, looks down low, finds Joey McDougall. From Ottawa, Ontario, Canada to Ben Gebert, who is pinching down low. Ryan Fohl plays it back to Zach Boyle. Boyle, left side to Kubik, back to Boyle, winds, fires, shot. Oh, I think it went off the blocker, or it was tipped by Chris Campbell. Either way, it's deflected out of play, and that is a heavy shot from the point.
Yeah, very heavy shot and big stand-up play by Curtis. Get his shoulder or blocker onto that one. That's what you want to be seeing on a penalty kill for sure.
Here's a look at the shot from the point again. Kubik just dishing it to a guy, and on the 1-tee was off the blocker. Another big save from Curtis Villani. Here's a soft shot in, rebound comes free, and the Red Wings clear it. And with only 15 seconds to go in the Agile Group power play, that might be all she wrote for the Tigers. Fohl plays it off to Zach Boyle. Boyle pinching down low. Boyle cuts to the net. Villani made the save. They couldn't quite clear. Gebert back at the point to Boyle again. It goes between his legs. Boyle holds the line. Zach Boyle making his presence felt. The Team Australia defenseman in the early stages of the third. Gebert chips it into the slot. McDougall can't settle the puck down, and it goes all the way back to Ryan Fohl. Dynamic stuff from Zach Boyle.
Very handy kind of player to have that defensive mindset, but also have the capacity to offensively rush it and get some shots on net.
Kubik got dragged down. He stays down. He's looking at his friend Joey Rezick for the call, and he's shaking his head saying no as Steve Best goes the other direction. Best fires one, big rebound in front. Glenn Fohl had to clear that into the corner. Greg McNair looking up the ice, banked off the boards, and it goes all the way back to Chris Campbell. Kubik, the player, and Joseph Rezick, the head referee. Rezick used to play for the Falcons with Jan Kubik as late as last year. He was wanting that call all day long, and Rezick just looked him down and said, absolutely not. So you look at Zach Boyle rush Curtis Villani. Draw to the right of the Red Wings goaltender, picked up by Ryan Rintala. On the forecheck is Joey McDougall. Plays it in behind the boards for Tyler Boyle, the younger of the two brothers. Looking at the right point, McDougall just interfered with Wallace enough to stop him from rushing down the ice. Boyle out wide. Back behind the net. Looking in the slot. Oh, it goes off a skate. It was a dangerous play, and it almost cost the Red Wings.
Good read by Curtis. You never like to see those pucks jump out, but come off the skate of a Red Wing there, but he was all over it.
That would have been such a shame if that is how the go-ahead goal was scored on a play like that. As a player, I'm sure you'd just be shaking your head.
Never want to see that happen.
Gal pushes it forward. Whips a shot in on goal. He had Wallace in as a screen. McNair banging away in the corner against the Red Wing player. Ollie Martin chips it around the corner. Jeff Pellerin there first for the Red Wings. Collides with two different Tigers. This is the size line out there. Coach Ryan O'Hanley saying he's hoping to help wear them out using this size instead of a shot from the point, and it's offensive possession for the Red Wings. Red Wings only with two lines. Tigers with three. Could be crucial in this final term. 13 minutes to go. Worst case scenario for both these teams, to be honest, would probably be overtime. That'd be best case scenario for the Jokers, and neither team gets full points.
I do like the sound of that. So we're going to hope for an overtime game here.
That's the captain of the Jokers speaking, Jordan Geyer. Wallace skates it down to himself. Ollie Martin can't corral it. Steve Best was all over for the Tigers. Oh, and that might be too many men. Tash Farrier shaking her head yes, and yep, you see the 6 fingers be put up by the linesman.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be very happy with that. You can have a look here. Steps on the ice. Yeah, steps on the ice, and the puck headed straight over to the door, so they're going to call that all day, and never a good penalty to get too many men on the ice.
Just about to say that the Red Wings are really using their short amount of numbers well and getting changes often, and they unfortunately did it at the wrong time.
Second power play opportunity of the period for the Tigers. They're 1 for 2 overall in the game. Draw one cleanly by Kubik. Glenn Foll, the ageless wonder, down low to his son Ryan Foll. Back to Glenn. Sharpshooting Ryan Foll. Back to Glenn Foll. Cross ice to Ben Gebert. Gebert looking for Ryan Foll in the slot, and he has his pocket picked by Steve Best. He's got 1 goal today. Can he find 2? Glenn Forbes White makes a timely save while short-handed. And boy, has he been big.
Nice work on the Red Wings there, reading that backdoor play coming through and intercepting it before he can get a good shot off. Getting the turnover straight away.
Gebert for the Tigers. Pushes it up to Zach Boyle. He spins away. Tom Tate all over him. Still time to get good possession and pressure set up for the Tigers, and Jan Kubik will bring it in. They got their big forwards and scores! Jan Kubik puts the Tigers in front. You said he had a shot and he needed to use it more.
Look at that. And what's that? It's his 3rd shot for the game, and that one's in. It's a pretty good strike, right?
Little short side goal there. You don't expect the puck to be going on the blocker side, I think it was, of Curtis. You kind of expect to go across the face, but yeah, he used that space well right under the blocker.
Well, after the Tigers beat the Blackhawks just a couple games ago when Jan Kubik scored his 1st of the year, I got that text from Ryan Foll that said, look out, Jan scored, and he's going to get a lot more. He's now got 4 goals in his last 3 games. And the Tigers have a 1-goal lead midway through the 3rd, looking for win number 9 in a row, just to get 2 points back of the Jokers at the top of the table.
May see a momentum shift here. You know, too many men, you get a penalty. Then the power play, they get a goal. Could be seeing a momentum shift for sure. It's those moments in the game that can make a difference.
2 power play goals from the Tigers today. Rintala throws one in on net.
I think it's crucial here as well that Curtis doesn't drop his head in this, and he can kind of throw the game a little bit if he drops his head and then lets in more goals.
Gal can't clear the zone. Boyle plays it in behind the net. Stapleton sticks at Adam Wise, and this is going to glide all the way down for icing. Tigers will take a free offensive zone possession any day of the week.
just noticing before, having someone like Glenn Fole being, how old is he?
59.
59, that's inspiration right there. To be playing full contact hockey at 59 years at this level, I think that's a lot of inspiration for the guys out there.
Gebert fires a shot on goal, and Villani, a bit off balance, fell down, but here's Steve Best. Best looking for it forward, and there was Glenn Fole, you just talked about, who intercepted the pass and pushed it forward back down the ice for Bill Newbound. Fole pushed forward. And again, offside. Tom Tate called for it as Max Rivers was entering the zone. So 8:39 to go. It's a short bench for the Red Wings. Where do you find that extra bit of gas to try to find that equalizer?
The hard momentum to shift often, especially you get little offsides like this, the frustration starts to creep in, a bit of desperation because you're down. We got something going on with Curtis down here at the moment.
Is he grimacing in pain? Yeah, he is.
I think when he went down earlier, he's done something to his knee by the look of it.
So the clock will stop at 8:18, but Curtis Villani is obviously in discomfort. Now, this is a legitimate question. Do the Red Wings have a backup goalie on the bench?
No.
I have no idea.
Bill Newbound used to play as a goalie for a while.
For the Tigers.
So potentially, quick gear change.
Tom Tate's been doing a good job up forward. I've been impressed with his offensive play, so maybe we'll chuck him in there. He seems to be Mr. Versatile today.
This is something you really hope that Curtis Villani is okay. He had a couple years away from the game. A mid-30s veteran goalie. He's played at the top level before, and he's taken the league by storm. He leads the competition in goals against average, leads the competition in save percentage. He's tied for the lead in shutouts. He's sucking some air, but I think he's okay. Here's a look at the play we think that might have happened with.
May have just felt funny there. He's grimaced after that, so that might have been the play for sure.
Well, it's going to probably feel like a very long 8 minutes and 12 seconds for Curtis Villani. He can't afford to let another goal in versus these Tigers, who have found a lot of firepower lately. And here's Kubik testing them right away. Fires one on goal, and it was blockered away from Villani. Newbound, right side. Tate fires one in on goal. That one chipped a bit wide. Whipped in front, loose puck. Oh, and that one almost fooled Glenn Forbes-White. Red Wings looking to sustain some pressure. They haven't been able to as of late. Taylor, drop back, full, fires a shot. And getting down low to make the save was Curtis Villani. He is battling through some pain, and he's made two big saves in a test early, but here's a giveaway. Long shot in from Zach Boyle. Villani again gets down. Stapleton on the rebound, powers his way to the front of the net, drops it in behind for Ryan Fole. Goalless today. McNair with an errant shot.
Coming up to the Red Wings here. Tired legs is Tom Tate has taken a penalty because of tired legs. He couldn't catch him, I think.
I think it's going to be a hooking call.
Yeah, it normally happens. That was a really long shift. You could see that he had a bit of lactic acid pumping through him. He was really struggling, and then when you don't have the explosiveness in your legs, you kind of reach out, you might hook someone, and disappointing, and I think things are looking a little bit against the Red Wings, so we'll see how resilient they are.
Well, the Tigers are 2 for 3 on Agile Group power plays today. This might be the insurance marker they need. Huge opportunity. Interesting, no Jan Kubik out on the ice, though. Stapleton in his place. McDougall to the left point, and it goes through Gebert's legs and back in the neutral zone. And he had to be careful because Dylan Wallace was bearing down on him. Boyle off to McDougall. McDougall plays it in behind the goal. Chasing after this was Ryan Fole. Fole plays it down. Adam Wise takes a tumble. Puck smothered just a little bit. Here's Ryan Fole behind the net once again. Zach Boyle pinching down low. Boyle tried to power to the front of the net. Back to Gebert. Left side. McDougall lobbed across off the back side of Wallace, and it's kept in from Gebert. Fole at the right point. Leads Gebert ahead. Down low for Zach Boyle. Boyle circling all the way back to the point. McDougal, cross ice. Gebert has everybody moving aside, and Ryan Rintala with an important clear for the Red Wings.
Good communication there on the Red Wings penalty kill. You can see them talking to each other, and they've got a little system set up, working well.
Steve Best gets bumped down by Joey McDougal, and now a shot on goal, sharp angle shot, and getting down to make the save was Curtis Villani. He'll cover it up. Seconds will peel off the clock. You feel like if the Red Wings can survive this onslaught, as you see Villani grimacing there, that might just be that last jolt they need in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, we spoke about how Tigers have 3 lines, and when something like this happens and you're sitting on 2 lines, you're down a goal, it's definitely a tough thing to come out of.
Newbound gets around Taylor, but he can't clear the zone. Gebert there again to intercept. Jan Kubik back to Gebert. Gebert to Kubik. Tigers taking their time to set something up. Only 5 seconds to go in the Agile Group power play. Still time to get it set. Here's Kubik, wires a shot in, and it goes all the way around the boards, and Boyle holds the line. Pellerin racing down on him. Boyle keeps it alive. McDougal, puck pops free on his stick, and Newbound backhands it out. Kubik plays it in front, and Ryan Rintala is there. The Red Wings look gassed. They need to find the energy to keep their first place hopes alive. A dangerous play in front of the net. Villani smothers this one down. Tigers trying to suffocate the Red Wings out of this game.
I think in the last couple minutes, if there's no score coming up, we could be seeing Curtis Villani coming out for that extra attacker.
Do you take a timeout at some point if you're the Red Wings?
They just took one, I believe. They able to take 2?
Rebound in front of the net. Joey McDougal back behind the net. McNair, chip down. Oh yeah, maybe they did take the timeout for the injury.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that counts as a goalie.
It's a good question, but they're not on the power play anymore, but it sure looks like it. McNair with some pressure, and there's another penalty coming, and I think this one's going against the Tigers. Tyler Boyle being paraded to the box. It's an interference call. And my, oh my, how the tables have turned. Out of nowhere, the Red Wings late in the game are going to get a chance to tie this one up.
Speak about opportunities to change and shift, and this is one of them. So I'd be very interested to see how the Red Wings play this one out.
Crucially, these teams need full points if they really want to take down the Jokers. Overtime is not a friend of either of the teams, but right now, it is the Red Wings' maybe only option. For the Tigers, they've got to kill this penalty.
Almost a little bit of a wasted shot there. You kind of got momentum, you got some ice in front of you, and you're just wasting some time right now on the power play. So hopefully they can resettle it in their offensive zone.
Tigers come with possession off the draw, but they fan on the clearance. Rintala back at the point, trying to set something up. Finds Dave Gal. Gal dropping that shot on net. Oh! Getting across. I think Ryan Foll might have got a piece of it. Ryan Foll has had a great all-around game, especially on the penalty kill. Here's a lob pass ahead. Foll trying to get behind the defense. Would love to get a look at that one again. Wise to Wallace, and it's out of play. And yeah, that one gets here's a take a look at this play go again.
Just couldn't caress the pass there. It was a really, really good opportunity, really great vision. He walked in, used the space in front of him, and shame that one didn't come off the tip of the stick there.
Yeah, I'm not too sure Ryan Foll totally interfered with it, but he dropped the puck before Joey McDougal was ready.
I think that's a strategy of the Tigers, trying to waste some time in this last 40 seconds of the power play. Penalty kill for them.
Either way, the Red Wings have possession, and now Curtis Villani is out of the net. It's an extra attacker, 6-on-4. Tigers can have a free shot if they want it with no icing on the shorthanded play, but it's Rintala at the point, shot through traffic, and the puck pops free to the neutral zone. Extra attacker, 6-on-4. And a delayed call coming to the Tigers. They will have another power play coming up But the Red Wings need some urgency here because there's still only 1:07 to go. And finally, Zach Boyle touches the puck. The clock will stop with 1:04. I'm surprised there was no urgency for the Tigers to touch the puck. The clock would have stopped under 2 minutes. They would have had more time on a 5-on-3.
Yeah, interesting scenario because they'd already pulled the goalie. They've got 6 players on, and then there's another penalty. You can't exactly throw on a 7th player. So I think Steve Best was calling for them so they can actually have the face-off in their offensive zone. So rather than mucking around with it to send it down. So yeah, we'll see how they set up. This is a really, really good opportunity and exciting 1 minute to go.
5-on-3 for 10 seconds, and another agile group power play. The best power play in the competition has yet to score. They're about to be 0 for 5 if they don't score in the next 10 seconds. 1:04 to go.
Running a very heavy power play here with still an empty net.
And that is, if the Tigers get possession, they can just fire one down and not have to worry about icing. So you have to keep that in mind too, don't you?
When you're on a power play, the most important thing is to use the extra person to have 2 on the puck at least.
Draw one by the Red Wings. Crucially, Wise with a shooting lane, fires one through traffic, and getting down to make the save was Glenn Forbes-White. So Tyler Boyle and Morris O'Hanley in the penalty box. That could be a crucial penalty late.
These face-off draws are going to be super important. They're moments in a game that can make a big difference to the outcome. So we want to be seeing, for the Red Wings' sake, to be winning those draws in their offensive zone.
Jokers and Jokers fans hoping this game gets to overtime. Tigers hoping they can get the full 3 points. Kubik with the puck, and it goes back to the goaltender, Glenn Forbes-White. The penalty expires, so now it's just Morris O'Hanley in the penalty box for 1:50 or less. Well, it'll be 53 seconds. It'll be either the end of the game or it'll be out because someone scored on the power play. Draw one again by the Red Wings. Shuffled back to the point. Wise, right side. Rintala fires a shot. The goalie was out of position, but it rattles around the backboards and on the near side. Tigers trying to clear. It's a free shot for McDougall. It's not on target. 35 seconds to go. Red Wings trying to force overtime to keep their first place hopes alive. Steve Best trying to shift it forward. Jan Kubik strong on the puck. Pellerin's there in support. Best takes a tumble. 20 seconds to go. Do the Red Wings have one more opportunity? Right side. Dylan Wallace nudged off the puck from Ben Gebert. Gebert trying to send it out. It skips back to Rintala. 10 to go. Blocked in front. Tigers trying to clear. It's knocked down. It'll be a high stick.
Take a whistle here.
That probably works in the Red Wings' advantage to get the whistle rather than it be iced down the other way.
Tigers have done a good job to hold the puck up. You can see Glenn's made those key saves, but also along the boards, the Tigers were doing everything they could to slow that puck down. So very strategic by the Tigers to run that time down.
But with 6 seconds to go, the draw is on the wrong side of the ice for the Red Wings. Red Wings win the draw. One more chance. 4 seconds to go. Lob pass ahead, and it goes all the way out of play as the time expires. It's 9 in a row for the Tigers. They're 2 points back of the Jokers, and they still get to play them. The Tiger train is in full force. Crucially, the Red Wings go 0 for 6 on the power play.
The Red Wings did a good job tonight with those key missing players to be able to hold the game to this against a strong outfit in the Tigers, who clearly are on a really good roll at the moment.
They just found a way. Meanwhile, the Tigers go 2 for 4 on their power play, just trying to magnify how important special teams are in this game.
Yeah, definitely the Tigers took advantage of what they could in that that last sort of minute and a half, trying to solidify that win there.
So the Jokers had a 10-game winning streak to start the year. Tigers knocking on the doorstep of the double-digit. Captain Jody Geyer, how are you feeling right now about this? You shaking a little bit?
There's a little bit of nerves involved, but I think if we can change up a little bit in our team, we can knock these guys off from taking our win streak.
And Tash, finally from you here, what was it about the Tigers tonight that just had that little bit to get them across the edge?
I think they're just a very consistent outfit. They've got a lot of depth in their team. They're very patient on their power plays. You can see by the cohort of people in their team of, how far it runs deep. So, yeah, look, that was a really good game. I am really impressed with the Red Wings and how they held them out to that. And it just shows the value of a long season and the importance of timing and the peak. And, you may have a slow start, but then you've got to build that capacity as you go. And, it's a tough one, and will be interesting to see how the rest of the season plays out, that's for sure.
Jan Kubik scores the game-winning goal midway through the third while on the power play, and he sends the Tigers to a 9-game win streak. We're in for a grandstand finish. Make sure you tune in the rest of the year. On behalf of Jordan Geyer, Tash Ferrier, producer Brandon from Spacequake Sports, and everyone at the Ice Arena on beautiful Ghana land, I'm Eric Ballnar saying good night, and we'll see you next week.